let's go home. We love our mother's land, Biafra, oh, the land of rising sun, the blessed land of our Biafra. We are going home. We are going home. By the name of Ipob, we are free. Whether the enemy likes it or not, freedom, freedom, in the name of Ipob, we are free. No enemy can someone to put it after day. We are going. We believe in the name of Ipob. No one can battle with Ipob, Ikabiama. God of Biafra is powerful. His name is Elohim. We have nothing in common with you. Our culture is different from your own. Know it now. Our dressing is so different. We are different people. Let my people go. Go, go, go. We are the children of Biafra. We are unstoppable. We are the children of Biafra. We are untiable. Can't you see the handwriting of God in the wall? Can't you hear the sound of the marching of our foot? We are going home by the name of Ipob, Ikabiama. We are going home by the name of Ipob. We are free. Whether the enemy likes it or not, freedom, freedom, in the name of Ipob. We are free. We are free in the name of Ipob. If you believe, say this with me. When we are global, you call us terrorists. When we are global, you are shooting us. When we move around the streets with our flag, call us terrorists. So we know, let me know. Innocent protesters moving around the streets, you call them terrorists. Raping our mothers, killing our brothers, raping our sisters, killing our fathers, killing innocent souls. What will you call those people? I ask you, is that right? Your people are walking free in the street with their fathers, killing our fathers and mothers, taking their lives away from them, claiming the ownership of another man's land. Is that right? What you do? You did nothing. We are fighting for them. When we are global, your home, know it now. Our dressing is so different. We are different people. Let my people go. Go, go, go. We are the children of Biafra. We are unstoppable. We are the children of Biafra. We are untiable. Can't you see the handwriting of God in the wall? Can't you hear the sound of the marching of our foot? We are going home by the name of Ipob, Ikabiama. We are going home by the name of Ipob. We are free. Whether the enemy likes it or not, freedom, freedom, in the name of Ipob. studio. When we move around the streets with our flag full of terrorists, let me know. Innocent protesters moving around the streets to condemn terrorists. What about us raping our mothers, killing our brothers, raping our sisters, killing our fathers, killing innocent souls? What will you call those people? I ask you. Your people are walking free in the street with their guns, killing our fathers and mothers, taking their lives away from parents, claiming the ownership of another man's land. Is that right? What do you do? You did nothing. We are fighting for our rights. We are fighting for our freedom. It's our right to protect our mother's land. Fellow Biafrans, lift your legs up. We are going up. We are going up. Land of Biafra. We are rising on the sun. We are moving. We are unstoppable.
Long live Biafra. Long live Mazi. Long live Ipob. Long live. My name is Obilo. God bless our people. God will grant us our request. Very soon, we shall be free.
By the name of Chukwu-Okike-Abịama. By the name of Chukwu-Okike-Abịama. Whether the enemy likes it or not. Freedom. Freedom. In the name of Chukwu-Okike-Abịama. No enemy can stop what Chukwu-Okike-Abịama. We believe in the name of Chukwu-Okike-Abịama. Chukwu Kasiyaniye. Biafra. Biafra.
Indigenous. Righteous.
You will reap what you sow. 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 Iyago, Mpoliko. Igayolo, Mpoliko. Iyago, Mpoliko no way. Igayolo, Mpoliko. Ọ̀nà n'eluigwe, ọ̀nà n'eluigwe, ọ̀nà n'eluigwe, Chineke nọ n'eluigwe, ọ̀nà n'eluigwe, ọ̀nà n'eluigwe,
wherever you are this morning, or wherever you are hearing my voice from, wherever you are listening from, Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, wherever you are this morning, or wherever you are listening from me, from here, it is a very, very warm good morning from me to each and every one of us. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter where you're listening from. It doesn't matter where you're hearing my voice from. I know that Radio Biafra reaches every nook and cranny of this whole wide world. So if you are listening from the east, you're listening from the west, and you're listening from the north all the way to the south, from me, from here this morning, I say a very, very wonderful morning to each and every one of us. Over here where I am this morning, the sun is rising. And so the sun is rising in motherland Biafra. And I say this morning, as it is that the sun has risen, nothing, no man, no woman, nothing on this earth has tried to cover the sun from rising or from shining. That is how no man or woman or anything that is on this earth can cover. I said it again, I say it again. Nothing under this earth that woman or man give birth to, they can cover Biafra from coming to limelight. Biafra is already here with us, but it doesn't matter what they do. Biafra must come to manifestation, because Chukwu Gikabiama has sanctioned it, and so shall it be. As it is that the sun is risen and it is shining on mankind, so shall Biafra rise and shine, because Chukwu Gikabiama said so, and Chukwu Gikabiama sanctioned it. Once again, Biafrans all over the world, wherever you are hearing my voice from this morning, it is a very, very wonderful morning from me, from here, from where I am coming out from, to each and every one of us. Today is a wonderful day that Chukwu Gikabiama has made, and the sun is shining, and so shall Biafra continue to shine and bring out light that we needed, and give us peace, freedom that we deserve, that we are calling for. That is what we are going to get. Once again, Biafrans, it is a very, very wonderful morning from me to each and every one of us. In case you don't know, or you already know, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, even the Nigerian people, I say from me to each and every one of you, it is a very, very wonderful morning from here, from me to each and every one of you. In case you don't know, or you already know, I just want to make it clear once again that this is Radio Biafra Middle East, and I am coming out from the Holy Land of Israel, and Tel Aviv, to be precise. Tel Aviv is where I am coming out this morning from, and behind the microphone is your brother Elias. It is your son. It is Mazi Obilo, and I am here this morning to do the needful. I am here this morning to serve the indigenous people of Biafra. That is the reason why I am here. And our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is our leader. Alright, once again, dear friends, it is. Once again, please pardon me. It doesn't matter how many times I say this word to you. I can keep on going and going and going, because for me, it doesn't matter how many times I say it. And I'm going to say it again. Biafrans all over the world, from me to each and every one of us. It is a very, very wonderful morning to each and every one of us. Because as long... Alright, I'm going to take it easy. Alright, this morning I am going to go into it. Alright. As we all see the developments, as we all see things that is happening, and I want to say thanks to Chukwuki Kabiama, because he has given us a great leader, and our leader is unfolding all of the plan that he has, bit by bit. He is unfolding the plan bit by bit, a little bit, one after the other. He is unfolding all of the plan. And I tell you, our enemies, they are not happy. Our enemies, they are not happy. They are saying to themselves, how can this be? They are saying to themselves, how can he do this kind of thing? To themselves, why is he doing it? Why can they do it? Why won't it be them that why won't it be him, the frog head and the ugly creature? Why is it not them? They are not happy. But I tell you, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. All that Chukwuki Kabiama has said it will come to fruition. You may be killing yourself with your own disease that is biting you. May allow it to bite you and kill you. It will not stop anything. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. You may think that he is the one doing what he's doing, but it is the power of Chukwuki Kabiama inside him is doing what he is doing. Because the scriptures say, if the Lord is not with you, you can do nothing. If the Lord be with you, you can do and do, you will do exploits. So I say to you, Chukwuki Kabiama is with him. The spirit of Chukwuki Kabiama is with him. That is the reason why he is doing what he is doing. So it doesn't matter how you allow your greediness to torment you. It doesn't allow how you allow your greediness to eat you up. It will not change it will not change anything. It is the hands of Chukwuki Kabiama upon his life is doing what you are seeing. You may complain from now to tomorrow. Chukwuki Kabiama is with him, and he is doing according to how Chukwuki Kabiama has dishing out the instruction for him to do exactly what he needs to do. Alright, this morning, dear friends, I will go into it this morning. As we all can see, that our leader has changed the game on our enemy. As you can see, that our leader has unveiled all right, I'm trying to put one or two things together. As you can see, that our leader has unveiled the instant security network. Those that call themselves the leaders, they are not happy, but it doesn't matter what they say. We are doing what we are doing because Chukwukike Abiyama is with us. On the other hand side, look at what is going on in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Look at what is happening over there. Insecurity, killing of people, destroying life. Even to kill is nothing to them. Anyone can do it. Killing is nothing to them. Now, like I said earlier on, our leader has changed the game. Our leader has changed the game. Every one of them is running for safety. Every one of them is looking to hide his or her head because they know that the game has changed. But in all of this, I keep on getting one story or the other. Somebody called me and asked me and said, "We've seen the security. What about the guns? What about the guns? Are they going to fight with ordinary hands?" Now I know that this question that this person asked, he is not the only one asking this question. There are so many other people that is asking this question as well. But I'm going to say to you, have you forgotten so soon? Have you forgotten so soon when the North opened all their borders? That these marauders are tripping in. They are coming. I once gave a testimony on how Zoological Republic of Nigeria call on those that are all of those Fulanis that are not in Africa to come back and come to Zoological Republic. Somebody that I knew here, he was a Sudani guy. He went from here back home to fight for jihad. All of you has forgotten so soon. You're asking for weapon. If not for this IPOB, if not for our leader, do you know what will be happening in our land today? The same way they kill people, in Benue State in their hundreds. In just one day, they massacre. That is exactly what they planned in our land. But this IPOB prevents all of that. All of you have forgotten so soon. Some of us are asking, where is the gun? Why won't you go to the tape? Or why won't you go back to the tape that they made on how our leader went to these people in America asking them for help, for them to buy weapons so that we use it and protect our land? What do? They make mockery of our leader. They did all kinds of things to him. They said all kinds of things to him to demoralize him, to make him lose focus. But in all that they did to him, all that they said to him, he never did tell. He keep on moving forward. He keep on marching forward. And today, all of you can see the results of hard work. All of you can see the results of not saying die, of not giving up. can see the result of fighting a good fight of faith. And some of us are still asking questions. Where is this? Where is that? Where is that? And this. Now my question to all of you that is asking that question is, what have you contributed? If you bring money, if you bring money to buy those weapons and give it to those people, are you not going to be a human being? Does it mean that this fight that we are fighting for, we are just fighting it for ourselves? We are equally fighting it for you. We are fighting it for you and your families as well. Now you sit and you're asking for weapon. It is high time that we think like a normal human being. It is high time that we think like people that are responsible. Until we start doing that, then we will see clearly. It is very, very important that we know the times that we are in. On the other hand side, Nigerian government, they can't do nothing. Someone is calling for the Zoological Republic of their president to appear before them, but he can't do that because he is an actor. Somebody is here pretending to be the president, and no one can speak up. No one can do anything about it. That is how bad it has become. It is true when our leaders say that Nigerian government is a government of debt. Look at what is going on in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Just look at how people are dying. Look at how people are dying. They terrorize you with hunger. They terrorize you with their guns. They terrorize you any way possible they can. They terrorize. Our leaders say that the Nigerian government is a government of debt. That is exactly what it is. Since this man took over, look at the rate of debt in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. It doesn't matter any figure that I'm going to give right now. That is exactly how I feel. It doesn't matter the figure that I'm going to give to you right now. It is not correct. It is not correct. The rates of debt today, the rates of debt in that contraption, it is alarming. And the worst of it is you have nobody to complain to. Those that you are running to complain to them, they are looking for ways that they will reduce the population of the black people. So you are running to complain to them. Nobody will do anything about it. They use this opportunity to kill. They use this opportunity to pillage. They use this opportunity to destroy and to take over your land. Our leaders say that Nigerian government is a government of debt. Nigerian government is a government of Mieti Allah. Nigerian government is a government of Janjaweed. Nigerian government is a government of terrorists. Ask yourself, all of this thing that I just mentioned, is it true or is it a lie? Just ask yourself that question. Is Nigerian government not a government of debt? If you will tell me that is a lie, what I'm just saying is a lie, tell me. Just look at their newspaper. Even though what they are writing in their newspaper is not correct, just look at their newspaper, look at their news, how they kill people, destroy lives, all in the name of their religion, to take over your land, to make sure that everybody in that contraption become what they want them to become. Is Nigerian government not a government of death? Is a government, Nigerian government, are they not the government of Mieti Allah? They are those that are sending their people to every local governments, every rural areas in that contraption, to get hold of your leaders, corrupt them. Maybe in process they kill them, they take over the whole place. Before you know it, they start killing people. They ransack the village. That is exactly what their plan is. And they have their franchise in terrorists. But one thing they forget is the same way that they are killing others, the franchise they have in them is also killing them. It is also killing them. So our leader is right when he said that Nigerian government is a government of death. Nigerian government is a government that killed her own people. Nigerian government is a government of Mieti Allah. Nigerian government is a government of Janjaweed. Above it all, Nigerian government is a government of terrorists. How many terrorists do you have in Zoological Republic of Nigeria today? Even the Nigerian army today is terrorist. In their army, they are all terrorists. That is exactly what they are. Nigeria is a terrorist nation. Nigeria is a terrorist nation. That is exactly what they are. They kill their own people. They destroy their lives. They terrorize them with hunger. They take away food from them. It is heartbroken when you see all of these things happening. And those that are supposed to be speaking out, they are not saying anything. They are not doing anything just because they sold their lives to them. But it doesn't matter how they sell, even it doesn't matter how they sell themselves, Biafra must be in existence. Nigeria must be in a deep 7 feet in no time. Aso Rock is empty, as you all know it. If you are denying that Nigeria is not empty, that is to say you are lying to yourself. Nigeria is empty. I don't mean that Nigeria is empty, that there is no people. No. Sometimes when I say Nigeria is empty, people do misunderstand what I'm saying. There is no one ruling you. Every animal is running to wherever he or she wishes to run to. Do whatever they want to do. Imagine in a country they will tell you that python swallow millions, and that is supposed to be news, and after that nobody will do anything about it. That is exactly what I mean when I say that Nigeria is empty. Because there is nobody to do anything about those nonsense claims that they are claiming. Aso Rock is empty, as you all know. Aso Rock is empty. There is no one in Aso Rock. They bring somebody there, put on mask on his face. He is pretending to be your president. He is pretending to be your president. They have defended him in all kinds of ways, telling you that he is not supposed to appear every now and then. He this and that. They've said all kinds of things to you. But look at other country or nations. Look at how they conduct how their presidents address the nations. But on your own, it is something else. They kill you, it is not a big deal. But if you cow, they will come at you. That is a nation that you are proud to be. Some will say that they are proud of Nigeria. May God have mercy on you. Aso Rock is empty. Nigeria is bankrupt. People cannot even afford to eat. People cannot afford just food, just food, common food to eat. Because things are so bad that even the bank, Nigeria is bankrupt. I must be honest with you, that is exactly what it is. Somebody from the north says that the money that Nigeria have accumulated, that they have borrowed, the money that they have borrowed, in the next 100 years they cannot pay it off. In the next 100 years they cannot pay it off. Now think about it. In the next 100 years they cannot pay the money that they have borrowed. What are you doing there? It actually means that they have sold you. While you are alive, they've sold you. Anybody from anywhere can come and say, lay claim to your life, because they've sold you already. Somebody can come to your village and chase everybody away and do whatever he or she wants to do there, because they've sold you. The money that they have borrowed, the money that they have accumulated in debt, the whole Zoological Republic of Nigeria cannot pay it in 100 years. Do you know what that is? So when I say that Nigeria is bankrupt, it's very, very important that you understand what it is. Nigeria is bankrupt. Nigeria is empty. Aso Rock is also empty. There is no one there. There is no one there. If they say that Nigeria is not empty, then let them come out and prove it. Come out and prove it that Nigeria is not empty by bringing your so-called president to the press, for him to come and address the people. Until that is done, you almost know that Nigeria is empty. Aso Rock is empty. Nigeria is bankrupt. And the only thing keeping them is evil media in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Those that will see white and say it's black. Those that will see black and call it white in their medias. Those are the people keeping this Zoological Republic of Nigeria up until today. And they are using their terrorists with their army uniform to kill the people, to silence the voice of the people, so that the people cannot talk, so that the people cannot ask questions. That is the reason why they are killing. That is the reason why they are coming with their intimidation. That is the reason why they are stabbing you. They are stabbing the people to stupor, because they know that if you are hungry, you cannot ask questions. If you have enough to eat, then that is when you will start asking, why is this like this? That is their plan. That is the reason why they are doing all of these things that they are doing. They come with hunger. They come with intimidation. They come with their terrorists to kill, pillage, to destroy. And we all know what the Bible says concerning the devil and his people. It says, for the devil cometh to steal and to destroy. That is exactly what they've come to do. In the reverse of it, it says, for the Son of Man cometh to give life and to give it abundantly. It is very, very important that we know what is cooking in that zoological republic of Nigeria. It is their media that is holding them up until now. It is their media that is holding them up until now. It is the duty of every right thinking human in that zoological republic of Nigeria. It is your duty to speak out. It is my duty to speak out. It is your duty to speak out, because if you allow evil to grow, at some point it will swallow you in full. You don't allow evil. You don't allow evil to grow. When you see evil, you speak out. When you see evil, you call it evil. So many things is going on. So many things is happening. So many things is happening. And I want to thank Chukwuki Kabiama for a leader. I tell you, the development that we've seen for the past few days, like I said earlier on, it is a game changer. Because from this past Saturday up until now, I tell you, it is the birth of a very, very good fruit in our life. Because I tell you, from that day up until now, things has not remained the same. Our enemies, they are forced to restructure. Alright. Our enemies are forced to look into their lives. Our enemy are forced to rethink. Our enemies are forced to do things that they are not supposed to do. And that is how Chukwuki Kabiama works. Our leader told us so many things, and things that he has said, some of them has come to fruition, and some of them are still coming to fruition. Our leader said to us that this, what IPOB is doing, is spiritual. What IPOB is doing is spiritual, he said. Chukwuki Kabiama that lives in heaven, he is a spiritual being. And he also say that Biafra that we are asking for, it is the kingdom of Chukwuki Kabiama here on earth. Biafra that we are asking for, it is the kingdom of Chukwuki Kabiama here on earth. How did he know that? He went on and prayed that same prayer that Jesus, Yahweh Yeshua, prayed long time ago. That says, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come down here on earth as it is in heaven. And as I'm talking to you, I'm sure that everybody knows our Lord's prayer. Everybody knows our Lord's prayer, and that's exactly where he got the idea from. And as far as I am concerned, I've not seen that kingdom Yahweh pray for. And he said, Biafra land is the kingdom of Chukwuki Kabiama here on earth. He went on to let us to understand that Biafra that we are pursuing, it is more important. Biafra that we are pursuing, it is far more important than life itself. You may not understand it. You may think that what I'm saying is a hoax. I will say, you are right to say what you want to say. You are right to think whatever you want to think. But I'm going to say this. The reason why we are suffering, the reason why they are killing us in large number, the reason why we've complained to so many people who take our matter to so many places, they turn their deaf eyes, is because they know what you don't know. They know what Biafra represents. They know that Biafra is light. Even if you don't want to believe what I'm saying, go to the map and look at the position of Biafra in the map. Look at where it is. Then that alone will tell you everything that you need to know. They know that Biafra is the light of the world. They will do everything they can to keep you in darkness. Even though you are the light, you are on top of everything, they will do whatever they can to put you down. Our leaders say that this Biafra that we are pursuing, it is far more important than life itself. This Biafra that we are craving for, this Biafra that we are asking, this Biafra that we are crying and calling for every day and night, it is far more important than life itself. It is far more important than life itself. So I say to us, Biafrans, wherever you are, wherever you may be hearing my voice from, wherever you are listening from, I want to call on each and every one of us. Let us all bow down our head this morning and commit this program into the hands of Chukwu Abiyama, that He will come and take control in what we do today. That He alone will come and take control and guide us in all our dealing today. And as we pray, I will go to our leader for him to pray for us. Let us pray.
The whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwukika must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwukika Abiyama who resideth in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, Nani Kebineligwe, Kahagebe song, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit. because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we will mend every blessed day to whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Inson, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, We will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you.
Righteous. You will reap what you sow. 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 Dialo, Poliko. Dialo, Poliko. Dialo, Poliko no way. Let your kingdom come. Let your kingdom come. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done on earth. Let your kingdom come. Let your kingdom come. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done on earth. Respectez yourself, Evandash. For your peace, let the leaves, France leaves, Fashi. Advance and dance, oh, farewell. Advance and dance, oh, hey. Righteous. We will rise, we will dance, oh, hey. We will rise, we will dance, oh. Peace of indigenous. That's right. You know. Take it away. Equity, fairness, justice. Don't cheat. Yo, this is a song written from me to you, all you Biafra soldiers out there on the roads. One for all for one. I'm the Kano Ipob, my uncle friend. Call my swamp people who love your Biafrans. Let's shine bright in the land. So fucking know your brother in the house of God. It's not unbeatable. Those remain unstoppable. They can't break us and they must be proud. See the face of my so strong. We never.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. That name that strikes fear into the heart of the Fulani gentlemen when they hear IPOB, they start having nightmares. I lead that very movement of the children of light, and have we not brought enlightenment to all the people? This very movement that heaven ordained must free the whole of Nigeria. Everybody must be free. And that light, the same way that the sun rises from the east, that light is coming from the east. As always. I am the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. God gave me another assignment this year, it seems. Not only to serve the wonderful people of Biafra, but also to serve the brave youth of Nigeria. And that's what I'm doing this evening. And will continue to do until everybody is free. Until every corrupt politician is either in the grave because they'll be hanged or they are in prison. The difference between some of you and us is that we say something and we do it. If you keep mocking and grumbling, those things are bad. Things are bad. Here we make our dreams become a reality. Not because we have any strength, not because we are better than any other person, but because Elohim is on the throne. I am always speaking the truth. You not like it? It is the truth.
This is Radio Biafra Middle East. We are on breakfast, and Biafra is rising. The sun is rising, and Biafra is rising. What are you waiting for? This is Radio Biafra Middle East, and we are on early morning breakfast. You know why? Biafra is rising.
My people listen.
I will serve your children in truth and in honesty, diligently, without looking backwards. Never until Biafra comes and beyond. As for me, my personal mission is to ensure the destruction of the Zoological Republic. The word nigger will no longer exist. You got your river Niger from the word nigger, which means black. Black river. Is that river black to you? Orimiri Obaro, is it black to you? People don't know that Niger means nigger. Nigger in Latin, Niger in English, Niger in French. They are Nigerians, my foot. Baboons and monkeys everywhere. Black people are useless. Very, they cannot reason very well. Nigerians means people who occupy an area that a river is flowing through, the Black River. Niger means nigger, black. Niger is English word for nigger. Nigger is Latin. Niger is French. It means black, hopeless and useless. And heaven knows we are. Oh dear me. Very, very useless, I tell you. Black people, hopeless. Answering the name a white man gave to a river. You should be ashamed of all yourselves, all of you. I'm a Nigerian. Look at yourself in the mirror. You will see a baboon or a monkey. Go to the mirror right now and look at yourselves, you Nigerians, and see that you are either looking like a monkey or a baboon.
Alright, welcome back, Biafrans. I just played those clips so that you will remember exactly where we are. You also know it in your head what you're supposed to be thinking and also what you're supposed to be saying. This morning I don't want to say much. But I will go straight this morning, looking for how I will manage to bring in our brother so that he will come in and do the talking, because this morning I do not feel like saying much. I just want to allow things to play itself out. So that is exactly how I'm going to leave it. It doesn't matter what they do. They are going to be where they are supposed to be. And we all know exactly where they will be. They will all be engraved, because Nigeria is going down. As it is that Nigeria is going down, all those evil men that has been tormenting Biafrans, they will all go down together with that zoological republic of Animal Kingdom plus Bisa Forest. Alright, I have him with me. Let me go to him. Alright. Good morning, sir. Can you hear me?
Very loud and clear. Good morning from here, Mazi. Obilo. Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. I just want to welcome you to this program this morning. I don't know why. Today I do not feel like I'm not. Let me just put it. I'm not in the mood to talk so much this morning. So, like I said before, I bring you in that I want to allow you to do the talking this morning, because I do not feel like talking so much this morning. Alright, before we go ahead, alright, Mazi, the other day, I just remember now, the other day I was at home and I was thinking about a lot of things that I do in the studio and how I talk. The first thing that I remember was, I used to say to you that I'm going to give you opportunity for you to introduce yourself. I know, do you remember that?
Yes, I do. I remember.
So I remember that I used to say a lot, some not all the time, but I used to say that I'm going to give you opportunity for you to introduce yourself to be a friend. Now I remember something that happened to me in the past. Now I say that some people will not understand what is going on here. They will want to think something else. But this morning, the reason why I want to bring it out, I don't know if you're thinking that way, but what I want to say is, I'm not saying what I'm saying to put you down. I am saying it because that point in time, that is the exact word that came into my mouth. So, that is exactly what I want to say, because it has been in my mind. I've been thinking about it. The only way for me to get it off my mind and off my chest is for me to just spill it out this morning. Once again, I want to say a very good morning to you and welcome to the program. Can you please introduce yourself to Biafra? Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mazi Obilo. Good morning, Biafrans all over the world. Depending spending your time zone. Friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom, I salute you. I'm Rabbi Shah speaking from my location. Our leader Mazi Nandekano, good morning to you from here. There was a.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. All right, Mazi, you've seen what is going on. And some people are crying because they are not the one in charge of what is going on. They are crying and, they are saying that even Nigeria know that they are shareholders. I wonder the type of shareholders they are holding in Zoological Republic. And he went on and say that we have no rights to do what we are doing. He also went on and said that he is a lawyer, and as far as I can say, a lawyer that do not even know how to. He said a lot of things, but the point I want to bring there is, before I allow you to, okay, all right, I'm still going there. Before we will discuss on things he said. So I want you to comment a little bit on the hard work of our leader. I want you to take it all the way from America, where our leader went to solicitate for weapon from our people from America. I want you to take it from there up until this minute. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mazi Obilo. I just want to use this opportunity to add something that is bothering me. Mazi Obilo, I hope you don't mind. I want to use this platform to say something that I noticed.
Please go ahead.
I can say you run a beautiful platform, and I'm privileged to be working side by side with you. I appreciate it. It's an honor. I will thank you very much, and those that commended this. And I want to. I am a very good. I'm good in observation. I observe things. There is something over the year that I've been being a minister in the Word of God, and I have a profession though. I noticed one thing. In the ministry, I was made to understand that when Lucifer plotted to take over heaven. Imagine a creature wanting to take over the creator. He was very close to God, but he wasn't in the throne yet. He was a cherub. He was an angel. He has two offices running for him. One as is an angel, an angelic being, an archangel, and two, he is anointed cherub, or he was anointed cherub, who stands before Elohim, worshipping him. You see, so, but there, over the years or dateless past, when he was there, he made a lot of music. His music plays constantly in heaven and in the heavenlies. And the only thing that the powers or principalities cannot understand or they can't withstand is the worship that comes out from heaven. That drives them away. Now, ever since when Lucifer was dethroned, his music stopped playing in heaven. Every song that came out of his lips stopped playing in heaven. They never played it. A new music and other musicians, God raised them. They began to sing even more better than Lucifer, more better than the way he sang when he was there. Where am I going to? I cannot speak in any platform that plays the music of those that are blaspheming the name of our leader and the movement. I noticed that music was played yesterday in a platform. And our leader's name was there, yes, fine. That music was played and the other name of the man was played, and the same man is blaspheming the name of this movement and the name of our leader. I got upset. We are not observant in what we are doing. We are not very, very observant, and that is the key. In the thing that I'm doing, in the business that I'm running today, a figure can give you a figure that you are not properly placed in the rightful position can destroy everything that you have built over the years. What I'm currently doing, and where I'm broadcasting from now, from here, just a figure. If you play with that figure, you are gone. So many a times we take things for granted. We don't consider what we do because people are listening. How can you tell me if Lucifer plays the music? You don't know. God shot the memory and the power to obtain everything, every song that he played, he made in heaven. He shot it off from the mind of human that we cannot be able to play those songs anymore. He gave us another rhythm, another lyrics to play, but not those ones. It can never cross into the mind of human. You can see the gravity of the offense this being committed in heaven. But God allowed him to be existing. So what I'm trying to say, because this thing really bothered me, and some other people, when we are serving, we will think maybe we will do whatever we like. But remember, we are serving humanity, and people are listening. And the very fellow is around talking on another platform. So we cannot be doing an apache on a leak. That is the very, very thing that hit me so hard yesterday. Very, very much yesterday. So Mazi, Obilo, I hope you don't mind if I ask you, because I was disturbed while you were talking. I'll give me a hint of what you said in the past, what you just said now.
All right. So what I was saying was, I said you.
Okay, stop. I remember. It's about the very man that spoke, Wazurike.
Yeah.
It's about that man.
Yes, but
good.
allow me to paint the picture clear. I said things about him, but where I want you to stand is, I want you to start from when our leader went to America to solicit for weapon to defend our people for this time, and they paint our leader black and white. I really want you to take it from there up until the success that we are having now. That is exactly where I wanted to start from. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. It has been this issue has been the bone of contention in this struggle. Let me say this. At a time, I happened to I was privileged to, let me be careful, I was privileged to have a word with our leader some time ago. Then I asked him, because I saw what was going on. I can never in my mind think that an Igbo person or a Biafran can have such mindset that you want to deliver somebody. The person who is drowning, you are stretching hand or throwing rope and telling the person, grab the rope, let me set you out. He said to you, look up to you, idiot. Why are you throwing the rope? But he's drowning. Imagine me drowning and you are throwing rope or anything that I can possibly hold in order for you to rescue me. Instead of me grabbing it, then I'm busy insulting you at the process. It takes the grace of God for you to stand there or to, bend down to pull me out of the pit or out of the mess. You may not have that grace to do it. You might say, I am not going to take this from this man or this woman or this person. Our leader, that is a test of what you call it, ego or whatever. Test his patience, his endurance, his dedication, his humility, in everything put together. That is what it is. So our leader, seeing what we couldn't see, a true leader will see what ordinary person cannot be able to see. That is a leader with foresight. You wouldn't like to have a leader that you are holding and dragging him and showing him way out. No. A leader must know every way possible to get you out of where you are and position you to where you will be going. So he went to believing that the people in America, this reminds me of what happened in Egypt, as a matter of fact. Remember, for Moses to go to exile in Midian, it was an Israeli that reported Moses to Pharaoh. It wasn't an Egyptian that reported Moses to Pharaoh. It was an Israeli who happened to tell Pharaoh, say, listen, because they were fighting each other. Moses came and said, why are you fighting each other? You are brethren. You are under persecution and you are killing. They are killing you and you want to kill your own brother. How many will be left if you kill him? And they said, this man said, who made you a judge over me, over us? Or do you want to kill me as you killed the Egyptian? Do you think we don't know? In fact, I'm going to talk to Pharaoh now. That's exactly what they did. Now, when he got there, a man stood up and said, which passport did you use to come? Can you believe it? And another person asked him, he said, are you going to cause war? In the million years to come, honestly, if you ask me, I would say a Biafran cannot do that. I always look at myself and I would think that every Biafran or Ipob person thinks like me or behaves like me. But on the contrary, they began to ask him unnecessary questions. The other one asked him, which passport did you use to come over here? Can you imagine that? And they believe that they have arrived. All of a sudden, another group came out and said, oh yeah, the defense fund. We donated this money, we donated that, and the thing that vanished. Where is the money? Give us account. And our leader reminded them, I was in Kuje and, I was in Kuje when a picture was brought to me saying, look at the transmitter you are hiding. Our people we have. Because they were pressurizing him. Show us the transmitter. Show us the transmitter. Show us. We are suspecting you have taken the money. You are having pleasure, you and your family. These are the people I'm holding myself not to use some certain dirty words. I am not like that, please. But sometimes let me explain myself, or maybe as a minister, we are taught that when you are preaching about hell, you can't smile. I haven't seen anybody, a minister, a preacher, talking about the danger of hellfire, the way hell looks like. I never see him smiling or laughing. If you are doing that, that means you cannot convey the message to people. When you are talking about hell, anyone that sees the countenance of your face will see the expression immediately that hell is horrifying. They will see it from your look. If you are talking about heaven, I don't think your face will be squeezed. You look like a monster talking about heaven. Heaven is a beautiful place, a place of abode, where you see music and dancing all the time, non-stop, from eternity to eternity. They have different set of choirs that comes there and worship and praises God all the time. There is no hospital, there are no police station, no judiciary, no fire service. Amazing. You're gonna smile when you're talking about that. Or you're describing about your beautiful fiance. I don't think you'll be talking about your beautiful fiance and your face is squeezed. You look very horrifying and angry. Because when you remember your fiance or your wife, your heart will gladden. You will smile when no one is talking to you. So this is how I can quantify what these people are doing. They are now talking down on our leader, telling him that he took money, he used it to enrich himself. He's doing this, he's doing that. We don't know where it is, and this man held his peace. I wouldn't dare try that. I cannot. That's why a leader is a leader. God knows the heart of all men, and he is the one that singles people out, saying, I want you to lead them, because and accusing him all the time. They became adversary like Lucifer, said Satan. going about looking for whom to devour. That is their ministry. And over the years, we have learned what happened in heaven. We are now experiencing a replica of what happened in heaven down here on the planet Earth. They accuse him of so many things. The man that doesn't have people that knows him and are very close to him knows that he doesn't have any savings whatsoever, anywhere, nothing. If you give him, he give it to the struggle. If you give him anything, he give it to the struggle. Anything you give him to the struggle, nothing that he takes. And the same people keep on pushing him and pushing him and pushing him, even to the extent of accusing him of causing war because he asked for weapon. Are we scared to say it? Even God has weapon. If it is not so, the Bible wouldn't have said I think Paul the apostle says so. He said the weapon of our warfare are not what? Carnal. They have different weapons. They have weapon of warfare. But Apostle Paul said there is a weapon you can apply in this struggle. It is not the ordinary weapon that Moses used to conquer, or Caleb and Joshua used to conquer Jericho and Ai. But this one is a spiritual weapon to quench every fiery darts of the enemy. It's a weapon. God has weapon. So when we talk about weapon, it all depends what kind of weapon you are talking about. What do you want to do with the weapon? So when you are faced with death, like what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. Nigeria is never a nation. It's a contraption. When you are faced with that, you really, really do need weapons. Different kinds of weapons. You see some men and women of God sometimes they come on the platform and apply prayer. You see Pastor Jack, sometimes he comes, he sings. It's a weapon. Praise and worship is a weapon to drive the enemy, the invaders out. Spiritual one. But above all, we need physical weapon because we are in this cosmic world where flesh and blood lives. And there are so many people that are being taken over by some certain elements. So you don't know who is who. And you see the Muslim Northerners, terrorists, so to say, they are radical Islam. That's what they practice. They are coming down south saying they want to dip Quran in the ocean. They have started saying this thing even before you and I, Mazi, Obilo, were born. They have been saying this. When Obilo was saying what he was saying, I wasn't born at that time. But he said it. That this place is a conquered territory. You shouldn't allow them to have their destiny in their hands. That they will dictate the destiny and the route that we should follow. That's what he was saying. And over the years they kept doing it to this very particular time we are in now. And God raised our leader. For God, let me quote John 3:16. He said, for God so loved the world that he gave Mazi Nnamdi, that whosoever believe in him will never perish, but have everlasting life. Life here and life after. Just like the way he said to Yeshua said it. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, Yeshua. God is a giver. Every now and then he gives to humanity. So God gave this man props. That whosoever believe, even when John the Baptist came, he said, this is my beloved son in whom I am well pleased. Listen to him. Listen to him. He said so. That we should listen to him. Listen and do what? For our ears to be entertained or tickled? No. For us to use what he's saying and apply it, and we will get redemption. That is the result. So this man came and did the needful in America. The Americans, the reason why they were sent to America by God, they failed that purpose. Every one of us that left Africa, either you came through the desert, or you walked through, you swam the sea, or you walked on the road, or you flew, or you entered a vessel ship by sea, and you arrive in any part of the continent of the world, the primary reason why God allowed you to be where you are is for such a time as this. Most people don't know about timing. God does things with timing. Without timing, God has everything put in place that according to the appointed time, this will happen, that will happen. Even when Lucifer was being chased out of heaven, I believe he called him back and gave him wristwatch, and Lucifer can't remove it. He has a timer. He knows what that is. Even when Jesus Christ came, there was something, a confrontation. He said, it is not yet time for you to send me over there. That means he knows the time. If somebody, and Jesus didn't dispute, he said, yes, it is not yet time. So which means this entity knows the time. God gave him the time. He's looking at it. He doesn't know everything, but he said there will be a time when you go to lake of fire, but I will allow you to be patrolling around. But do not touch the oil and the wine. That is humanity. Don't touch them and don't devastate whatever they are living on. If God did not give him that word, he would have turned the planet Earth upside down. So what am I trying to say? Our leader came to America. The Americans, the primary reason why God sent them there, they failed to understand the timing. They failed to identify the person talking to them. As a result of that, they failed the test of time. And our leader turned, anytime you reject God, God doesn't force you. He will turn to another place, another race. When the Israelites rejected Elohim, Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach, the Bible recorded that he turned to the Gentiles. That through the salvation of the Gentiles, the Jewish will be provoked to demand their right, because they are the first son of God. God has plans for them. They are very unique. Israel is unique. Israel is God's timetable to the event that will happen on the planet Earth. Whether you like it or not, it has been established. So if I go on, I have a lot of things to say, but I have to stop right here for the next version of this question or this story, because the reason why he went to America is what we're seeing today. If Americans, Biafrans in America, who are American, citizenship holder today, if they had done the needful, yes, if they had done the needful, today we wouldn't be talking all this, speaking grammar. Because Fulanis are using the resources God deposited in our land to fund themselves militarily, to acquire anything acquirable, to make sure that we are under subjugation. That's what they're doing. That they bypass every law. They don't even obey the law. They will even remove judge and set up somebody that is whack, that doesn't know anything as a judge. They will remove professional and put a stark illiterate there, and nobody will question. And they will use professional to defend the illiterate. That is what they're doing. And that professional may be a southern person for southeast or southwest. And if we use unqualified people to make them governors and remove the one that God devote, that is what they're doing. And some idiots will come and say, this is the right thing, because they're afraid of weapon. What makes them to be shivery or panicky or vibrating is because the Fulanis acquired weapon, they have weapon, and they're using it. So they are scared to talk, to speak out, to say the truth, because the Fulanis, they have weapon. The other side, they don't have weapon. So what is wrong for you, or what is wrong you going for weapon? What is wrong for you acquiring any kind of weapon? Even if you go for nuclear proliferation, it doesn't matter. If you have the semi one or the full blown one, it doesn't matter, because you are being killed. So what are they talking about? And I hear a moron talking. I was upset yesterday when I was talking. Somebody next to me just walked in and said, I thought you were shouting at somebody. I said, no, I'm cursing this idiot here. I'm cursing the womb that gave birth to this man. I'm cursing the particular family he came from. And those that knows him that couldn't stop him, I'm cursing them. May curse be upon them. Anyone that eats on that man's table from him, may curse be upon you. That's what I was doing yesterday, and I couldn't handle it. Anyway, I went on air. Mazi Obilo, go ahead.
Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. It is very, very important that we know exactly what is happening to us as a people. Mazi, thank you very much. The next one I'm coming up with is how, yes, it's true that people are still scared. I understand that. It is also true that people do not want to lose their job because things is very, very difficult right now. But also, that is how we have been feeling for so long now. We don't want to lose our job. We don't want to stay idle in order to have money to feed our children. These people take that advantage. They are coming into us. So what I want to ask Namazi is, how do our people, how will you advise them to support what our leader is doing? At least now, what our leader is doing now, it has gone to a different dimension, or should I say it has gone to different level. How will you advise those that has mouth to speak, and when they speak people will listen? How do you advise them to support what our leader is doing? Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mazi Obilo. Let me say this. You know, the greatest thing that can happen to any human being is for the person or the individual is to be very, very fearful. Even God actually classified the fearful, the warmongers, and the unbelieving, and the adulterers, idolaters. He classified them together. How can a fearful person be with an idolatrous person? How can a fearful person be with a warmonger? At least a warmonger saw the physical evidence of what he's doing. I mean, and so many, even idolater, the person worshiping idol, and even for those committing adultery, they had pleasure. As a matter of fact, temporal pleasure. But the fearful didn't do anything. Oh, let me put it in our own way. You don't do anything. Oh, now only fear in the fear. And God classified them as the people that will be damned, that will go to hell. You see that? You know that your fear can cost you hellfire, but you don't know. Because some people think only when you steal something, you're a criminal. Or when maybe you commit adultery and fornication, you're a criminal. Who says so? Who told you that? Well, which Bible did you read it from? God is not unrighteous to forget your good works, and God is not unrighteous to use a very wrong measurement to measure your iniquity and cast you to hell. It's not like that. Think of you having kids. For those of us who have kids, what kind of punishment will you give to your child when your child disobeys you? Will you roast him or grill him or her? Will you do that? You wouldn't do that. So God, it's not the will of God to send his children to hell. You can literally decide to go to hell by the way you are approaching life, or the decision you are making. The way you approach life matters, life issues, I mean to say. You can literally walk yourself into hell. You go to hell. So you are fearful. The fear produces double-mindedness. If you are a very fearful person, you are double-minded. And the word of God declares that a double mind can never please God. If you are full of fear, that means you are faithless. And God said without faith it's impossible to please God. You see where I'm going. I'm using the scripture, the Holy Scripture that we all know, to measure what I'm saying, or to back up what I'm saying. that your fear can cause you. I know some Biafran businessmen, millionaires, thousandaires, they are there. And this man came, he left. Let me tell us this. If you have not been to where our leader came out from, I mean in the part of the world in Europe where he was residing, he acquired everything at a tender age. I can tell us categorically what he did achieved in his young age. Most of us in our adult stage and some in our old age stage never achieved it. Don't get me wrong. Don't say I'm insulting you. Rabbi is insulting us. No, I'm just telling you what I saw and what I'm seeing. What he knows in a very tender age. We who are adults now, I'm not a child, I'm an adult. But some of us have crossed the adult stage to old stage. Some of us are battling to understand what that man knows. And he didn't, get scared of going for what he believes in. He believed in something. He went for it. Since I came in contact with this movement and our leader, the little fear, I had a little bit similarity, but not a little bit I have, that attracted me. But the little fear and some uncertainty that I used to have left me. And let me ask us this. What do you think that you're going to lose? What do you think that you're going to lose that if you lose it, the world will turn upside down? There is nothing, you have nothing to lose. Because we are under occupation. There is nothing you're going to lose because we are what? Under occupation. They are taking everything that belongs to us, using it to enrich themselves. Many countries of the world are using or even harnessing what we have. God gave us. They call us black race. So they cannot understand why these people that they are looking down upon could have all these things. Beautiful geographical condition or climatic condition. Beautiful location. Well placed by Elohim in a climate that is not hostile to humanity. Most of us have never experienced cyclone, hurricane, or storm. Not at all. Earthquake, not at all. And you think that the person that did it accidentally. And God said to us, protect the land, defend that land when he gave it to us. And over the years we began to kind of abandon the substance and start chasing shadow. And so many things began to play in our minds. And some people will tell you, remember the 67 Stonky War. They killed so many people. They killed almost 10 million people. And do you want to trigger it again? Are you going to sustain it? We are talking of fear factor here now. Fear factor. And so many said, I have been in this position, I worked myself to this very, very particular level. I can't associate with these people because they call them terrorists. So if I help them, I will be tagged as a terrorist. So I can't do it. Then my answer to you is this. Jesus said to them, he that want to save his life will lose it. If you want to save that life you think you have, your business life, your career life, your financial life, your marriage life, you are settled. If you want to save it, you will lose it. But if you want to stake it, not that you want to lose it, if you want to stake it, our leader staked everything that he had, that God gave him. He put it at stake and went for what he believed in. If you stake it, you will gain it and you will benefit, and you will benefit, and you will benefit from eternity to eternity. You will benefit. Your name will be written in the book of fame, and God will inscribe your name in the book of life, because you did his agenda. The reason why he created us, his will is what you just fulfill without knowing. Let me say this to us. It's interestingly, so many people from today, after this broadcast, we walk in and fulfill the scripture without knowing. I see people, men who have businesses and women who have financial capability. I see them making contact to the leadership of IPOB, telling them, after listening to this broadcast, I cannot rest. I have to give this to this movement. I feel it in my spirit. I see them. Some of them are very unsettled. Play this tape, play this clip, anywhere you are, let them hear it. I see them coming. The way Nicodemus came to Jesus at night. He was a secret disciple of Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach. Yes. He doesn't approach him during the day because he feared his status will be at stake. The Pharisees will attack him, and so many attackers will come from the synagogue. And he was a very wealthy man, well-to-do man, but he believed in the message of Yeshua HaMashiach. So he comes to him at night to ask him questions and about the issues of life. You understand? I see a lot of people in Biafra land, even outside Biafra land, coming to him and saying, I saw the display. I saw what you did. You actually took them by surprise. We saw different men with different berets. That's a topic of another day, because Nigeria need to know what does those berets stand for. If you see a military officer, the first place you will look at is his badge and his beret. Look at his name, his badge, his rank, and his beret. The beret will tell you exactly the position, the kind of military unit where he's coming from. They don't have the same beret all the time, no. So how did he gather these men? From where did he gather them from? And somebody looking at this significant achievement kind of began to question and say, this will trigger the northern people to kill the Biafrans in the north. If anything happens to any Biafran in the north who was wicked, your life will be terminated. I tell you that. Because we know that you openly said to the northerners, go and kill Biafrans, to blame Mazi and IPOB. So you can't leave. Anything you come up with, we will tell you that you cannot leave. Quote me anywhere. Because that is what he said. What do you want us to? I mean, are you talking to people without brain? You are telling them that that it must be under the law. Which law? Under the law of the zoo. Which law? Fear factor. This is the fear. This man was creating. He was putting fear in the minds of people, saying that he's a stakeholder. Tell us which stakeholder. What have you achieved? What have you done? Other than sacrificing the life of Biafrans to the Fulanis, and they crush them, deceiving them, taking them that they want to go to this place and they will go there and get killed. After a while, you began to fizzle away and became irrelevant, building properties here and there, saying that you're a stakeholder. Let the Fulanis, if they don't have intelligent experts within them, even I do believe that outside the zoo they have people who are advising them. We know that the Netherlands is there with their shell. We know that BP, Britain, is there. So if the intelligent cannot talk to them, give them the right advice, they are fools. They have to go and do their job properly. If you see a man with 2 million men, able-bodied men, flat-stomach men, white beast, and you say, I see nothing, you are a complete madman. You are a complete madman. You cannot reason properly. If you see such men, all you need to do is to seek on how to speak to the leader and say to them, we don't want any trouble. Let's dissolve this. If I were to be in that position, let's dissolve. Let everybody go their separate ways than losing lives. Because if you go to trigger this thing, Wazurike, you and your cohorts will never escape it. And I can tell you, where will you ever run to? Are you going to go to exile? Which country are you going to go that Biafrans are not there? That IPOB is not there? Tell me which country in the world. Tell me any governor. Tell me which country you will run to. Which aircraft are you going to board? Where are you going to take off? Where are you going to land? That Biafrans are not there working there. So you can see that you people are not intelligent experts. You guys are empty brain. You don't have brains. A man with that caliber and every humiliation, insult, blackmail, assassination attempt, he held it together. If he unleash it today, nobody will blame him. No nation will blame him. Evidence is overwhelming. If you unleash those men today, nobody will blame him. Let me see that tongue that will arise to speak against him or condemn him. Let me see that tongue. Mazi, Obilo.
Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, because we are in a place right now that is to say, I don't even know how to put it. I'm just being careful right now, because whatever I said right now, it will be, in their headline. But it doesn't matter what it is. Nigeria must fall.
I have lost so many things. I have nothing to lose.
Nigeria must fall, and that is exactly where it is. Our leader said that his duty is to make sure that Nigeria falls, and that is exactly what it is. And our leader also said that those that call themselves evil leaders, that they would die or they are in the prison, one way or the other. Either they hang them, or they are in the prison, or they died. So my last question for you this morning is, what advice do you have for those? The reason why I want to ask for your advice is, it seems to me like some of them sense has been coming into it, because I saw something that is the reason why I want to ask for this advice. So what advice do you see, or will you give to those that call themselves leaders? So what advice will you give to them in the name of Udele, and so many of them like that? Udele itself, and please, what advice do you have to give to them? Please, if you have any advice, please do give to them, so that maybe will be safe.
Let me say this. I have to be honest with you. Mazi, Obilo, and to Biafrans listening. If I look at myself in this struggle, I am just like I have the measure of Jonah. The one we call Jonah in the Bible. I have the way I feel like Jonah. Let me say it in a way we will understand it. Maybe those of us in Biafra land. Jonah got a message to go and speak to Ninevites and to advise them to refrain from what they are doing. That message came from Elohim. Remember, not human gave him. The creator, his creator gave him the message. Say, go and speak to the Ninevites to stop, to warn them from committing idolatry. That is God sees idol as something else. God actually will leave a fornicator. He doesn't have problem with the fornicator, because it is themselves they are dealing with their body. So God doesn't have that pleasure. That seriousness in stopping them from having that pleasure that they want to have. But God will kill an idolater first before he can even punish a fornicator. He wouldn't punish. He will say, fornicator, go and marry that woman if you ask him. Go and marry that woman. That lady you are dealing with, just pay her dowry and she will become yours. The Muslims practice it today. If you defile a Muslim girl, they will force you to marry her. So if you ask me, my response to you is this: I will tell God, please destroy the zoo. I will not advise them. I know what to tell them, but I wouldn't do it because I aspire to see the destruction of the zoo, the contraption called Nigeria. If I advise them, I will say something though. If I advise them now, they wouldn't follow it because the word of God in Romans 1:28, it says, since they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, that is in their minds, God gave them over to reprobate mind to do those things that are not convenient. So Nigeria and those people you call elite, like the what do you call it, the imposed governors they gave to the southeast, the Biafrans, and those administrators, the one in Imo State, these are people with reprobate mind. They are operating in reprobacy. So if you advise them, they will mock at that advice, thinking that we are seeking or we are soliciting for for a halt, for them to say, okay, we give him, we don't want. Let me say this: I want the total destruction of the zoo and those people that killed our people. I will not advise them. I will not advise them. If you ask me, if Elohim said, now talk to them, maybe that is what he's telling me to say through your voice, I will tell them very simple: the mandate that was given to you by all foreign people that have stake in the resources that God gave to Biafrans. you see where this thing is going, because they can't handle it. Those people telling you, giving you arms, saying to you for many years, kill them and get the crude oil over. Kill them, and we will pay you in any account you nominate, and we will take the rest. You will live comfortably. It doesn't matter what you do. You can use the money and buy properties in Dubai or wherever, in UK, wherever you want to live, or Singapore, wherever you chose to live. You can do that. But you know what? As long as you keep the oil flowing, you can commit any crime and you will be prosecuted. You will be brought to justice. No news media we speak about it, and they are doing it. Somebody is telling me that I should advise them. I will tell you this: all those people, if you want me to say, I will say, let that Armageddon come upon Nigeria. Let Armageddon come upon them, that every living thing there that says they don't want to let Biafra go, that all those living things will not be alive anymore. Nigeria's cup is full. I don't have that grace to advise them. I wonder what those men of God are doing over there. Aren't they the men that I listen to most Sundays coming up on their podium praying for the zoo, that nothing will break the zoo? And someone is saying, I will never advise Nigeria. If Nigeria will follow advice, they would have followed the advice our leader gave them when he was in Kuje prison. He even wrote it. Who am I? He even wrote it. Give them few tips. They decline and fail to listen, because each time they come to our leader or to anybody speaking out, they will ask him, what do you want? If our leader, the one he wrote, they gave it to foreign nationals that have investment in Nigeria, they gave it to Britain, they gave it to US, they gave it to Netherlands, and they said no. Why? Because those people are black people there. But if the same thing could happen in the Netherlands, the Dutch will fight. There are 16, 17 million people there. They are living comfortably. They have everything at their disposal. They will fight. If that happened in America will be blown to pieces. if that atrocity could repeat or happen in United Kingdom, they will fight to the last man. They will destroy everything. And over the years they have been killing Biafrans because of what God gave us. They took our everything, resources, everything, even subjugate. The worst colonialism is to hand you over to another set of human that will kill you, that doesn't have mercy. Didn't you hear a pregnant woman whom they almost killed? Didn't you hear the journalist crying, even saying that she's a full caste, full-blown Nigeria? What a shame unto you guys. You are claiming the name that is claiming identity that does not belong to you. How can someone tell me to advise them? I am like Jonah. I will never spare them. However, God gave them the opportunity by asking a whale to swallow Jonah and deliver him to Nineveh. God told me, I will do that to you because there is what they call a wave. And there is what they call FM, frequency modulation, the one that they are using over there. They are hearing us. For the fact they have given them the ability to access internet, to invent internet, they are listening wherever they are. Asare Tokubo is listening. All those people, Wike is listening. Even Wazurike, they are listening. He's listening with his family, with his wife, saying that no Igbo people are being killed anywhere, only one or two, just like that, like you are killing chicken. But Israeli, we be prepared to destroy a country because of one head of an Israeli. If he's being captured, they will do everything to rescue that person. Even if applying nuclear, they will do it. So what is wrong in going for nuclear prolif? If I can avoid it, what is wrong? And they are babbling in their hideout saying, oh, they have men, there is nothing they can do. Do you think every war is always by gun and bullets? There are wars you will fight, you don't see bullet, you don't see gun. You breathe air, you go down. What are they talking about? Or they think Biafran cannot acquire that capability. Is that what they are thinking? Is that what these idiots are thinking? If we want to go for nuclear prolif, we go for it. Everyone in that contraption will go down. If you don't want to agree, you will agree when you drop dead. That's what it is going to look like. So when I look at them, maybe I get provoked when someone will ask me, advise them. Our leader gave them series of advice. Every time when he's on the radio, he's talking, advising them. There was a day he was even speaking. I sent a message to him saying, please don't tell them what to do anymore. I texted him immediately. I said, please don't tell them what to do anymore. They know what to do, but because of negligence, they neglected us. Because they are looking down on them that there is nothing they can do. We have tied them. We caged them, air, land, and sea. We have killed them in the past. Look at Wazurike saying, oh, we even came to Obilo. He was talking and talking, and they came to Obilo, and they killed a lot of people. They staged it, Wazurike staged it with his cohorts. And he couldn't do anything. Our leader, I remember, he has been saying this. You cannot dictate the time and when we're going to do it. We will tell you when we want to do it. And I have never seen a man with such capability. If you ask me, with what I saw on Saturday, I can never see any leader, any world leader that will see these millions of crowd like locusts, well-able-bodied men, and you will look down and talk down on that person. You are filled with destruction. In fact, your death has been signed and sealed. I mean, there is something you will see. You will say, let me make a U-turn. I don't want to go to this route. I don't want to take this way. I want to resolve. Even the National Party, let me tell us, the National Party, the apartheid party, that released Mandela. That's one thing I love about FWT Clark. Not not PW Botha, not Botha, the one that was the president before FW de Klerk. When FW de Klerk was still about to come up as he was a presidential candidate, he was telling them, educating them the needs to get Dr. Nelson Mandela out of prison. He was telling them. He said this thing has brought so many devastation to South Africa that people cannot travel freely. That people cannot walk about freely. That there will be conflict. That there is a lot of destruction going on in South Africa. That he cannot, agree to this system anymore. And remember, that system has been in place for 400 good years. No one could give them such advice. And they called him all sorts of names. I remember the presenter of SABC at that time, Frick Robinson. He happens to be a white Afrikaner who happens to be a broadcaster. He was actually telling them the needs for this thing to end, because he happens to be a journalist, and the truth was facing him. But some other Afrikaners were cursing him. Even Constant Fulun for the Afrikaner full start was cursing him. Eugene Terry Blanche was cursing him. Eugene de Kock, the one that invented AIDS, HIV/AIDS virus, was cursing him. And he was telling his fellow Afrikaners that they cannot continue this way, otherwise they will be all gone, that these men are determined to wipe them out. That was what these men told them. At a time they began to believe. At a time they began to now see the needs for them to renegotiate or to negotiate. And they got Mandela released 1990. We are seeing it. Most people who are seeing it, they don't know the pressure mounting on them, internationally and locally. As they were talking, there was devastation going on. You guys don't know. No, most people don't know what happened there. I remember when explosive took place in Kempton Park, close to the airport. I remember so many explosions that took place and many lives were lost. And they were asking each other, can we continue like this? And the white people, because they can reason properly, said no, that they cannot continue this way. They began to call for negotiation. Mothers began to speak. Can you tell me that doesn't Nigeria have mothers? Those that believe in one Nigeria, seeing all these things, where are their mothers? Do you know that it was the women that did what they did in South Africa? It was the women that did what they did in South Africa and spoke to their husbands. And their husband now began to think. They began to speak to their husband, telling them, those in power, their women, their wives began to talk to them, their daughters began to talk to them, that they need their safety, they want their safety, they want free movement, they should end this system that is dehumanizing, that are killing blacks. And they paid heed, they listened to it. Can't Nigeria play those clips and listen to what happened there? So why should I advise them? Mazi, the reason why I'm saying this today is for heaven and earth to bear IPOB witness and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu witness that he exercised patience, applied discipline, applied caution, never got pushed by the people behind him. He never did that. He restrained, he applied restraining, he restrained himself. That is what the judges, if you're an officer, you carried attack out, maybe in self-defense. They will ask you, how far did you restrain yourself? How far did you restrain? If you don't convince the judge that you restrain yourself to a certain degree, he will apply justice on you. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is vindicated. IPOB, we are vindicated. Anything that happens today, we will never take blame from any angle, because we restrained ourselves and treated very carefully to this very point. So any atom of intimidation, any atom of killing, any atom of subjugation, any atom of attack, IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will reciprocate. And I don't know the level, the magnitude, but Nigeria should tread very carefully. I am not going to advise them.
Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Right there, you said you don't want to advise them, but in the recent of it, you're doing it. Because one thing about Radio Biafra is you may think that they are not listening, but every single word that you're saying, they are listening to it. All right, I want to say thank you very, very much for that one. This time I want to say, or I want to say to you, yes, I want to say to you, please, that you should advise Biafran, because when you look at what is going on in Biafra land, people are suffering. Great time, people are suffering. There is somebody that's supposed to be a lecturer. They have not paid them for how long, God knows, 6 months, some 1 year. 1 year, I mean to say, they've not paid these people for a long time. They will resort to, they will look for every other means to survive. So what I want to say to you is exactly what I said to you earlier on. A word of advice to Biafran and Biafrans as well. And after that, I will also want you to tell Biafran whatever you wish to tell them, and we'll take it from there. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. I want to use this opportunity to speak to our beloved people, the people that we serve, the Biafrans all over the world. And let me concentrate on those in Biafra land, and later I will speak to some of us in diaspora. You see, let me say this. I happened to be around when apartheid was going on in South Africa. I experienced apartheid. I'm a victim of apartheid, as a matter of fact. I was there before the handing over government of national unity, all those stuff. I was there when de Klerk was the head of state in South Africa. Very good. Let me say, former President de Klerk has a human feeling. He has human feelings. He could reason. He could think. He could see things. He's a man that doesn't deny reality. And he convinced his people the need to integrate blacks. That we are not asking for a state within South Africa. They said they want to be free, to participate in everything going on in South Africa. At that time, they cannot vote, they cannot mingle or come to the capital of, let me say, commercial capital of South Africa, which is Johannesburg, Gauteng. Pretoria happens to be administrative capital, yes, but they cannot come to Johannesburg and stay there after 6 p.m. You cannot. I was there, I saw it. Before 6 p.m. you must exit. I remember one guy that I was helping. He's a misrace guy, a very good friend of mine by name Sydney. Wherever he is, I believe he's alive. And what happened to him? He came to see his mom working for a white family. So he overstayed because he has to wait for the food to be ready. Remember, he cannot eat. She cannot eat except when the masters are, well taken care of. She has to serve them, the family she was working for. She has to serve them, clean up everything. Then she will go to her little corner at the back of the house, like the house of a dog, to go and eat there. So this young man, Sydney, was there waiting for the mom to be, to finish and you eat. And they wouldn't allow him to sleep over. So he ate at around after 6, then was about to go. He was on his way at Johannesburg, somewhere in Pretoria Street, around that area. A white guy came out from his motorbike, took out his helmet, and went on the head of this young man and smashed his head. The guy passed out instantly. And after everything, they rushed him to hospital. Some other white folks saw it. They rushed him. They asked the white guy, "Why did you smash him?" He said, "He's not supposed to be here. Supposed to be in the location." And they took this guy to hospital. As I'm talking to you, that guy today is paralyzed. He cannot talk properly. The thing affected his nerves. Everywhere around him, he can't walk properly. I remember when he comes to my ministry at that time, I will help to walk him home. I used to walk him home. He can walk. He can, for just maybe for 100 meters, he can take it. It can take him for 6 hours. It can take him 6 hours to do 100 meters walk, just to from one particular place to the other, 6 hours. So I have to hold him and make sure that he gets home. That was my duty that time. I will go and bring him to the ministry and take him back. After serving him, after the ministry, I will serve him. Then I will now walk him home. What am I trying to say? These are the things that they saw, people experienced, and these people didn't give up. I cannot tell you other killings, the different ways of killing people. They will come and treat some women and they will follow them. Eventually those women won't come back alive. They will be dead. So these are the things that I saw over the years. And at the time I was thinking, when will this thing be over? Is this thing going to be over? And I said, Lord, when will this suffering end? This is too much. Because anything on a black person is to all black people. When will this thing be over? And all of a sudden, there was a kind of little light at the end of the tunnel. Mandela was released. And things began to change. Things began to change. All of a sudden, they are saying, okay, they will hand over. And it looks like a joke. By the time you know it, someone, Madiba was the president. We were celebrating. I didn't know that in my father's land, this thing is happening there. And now, Biafrans are worrying, when will this thing be? Because we have waited for so long. Let me tell you, brothers and sisters, you didn't wait like the South Africans. I know we fought the war, but South Africans, their case lasted for 400 good years. A lot of people died at the process. Some that began the struggle didn't see the end of the struggle. But that case is not going to be like our own. Our leader said, give me, just from that time he spoke, I think October to the end of December, we will see significant change. And me, what you saw on Saturday, isn't that convincing enough? Let me tell us, be patient. Do not look at the time to the leader. This we are dealing, the place where they tied this contraption is international arena. That's where they tied the contraption. Our leader is doing some certain things we cannot see. And those that say DOS are sleeping, it's not true. I was under that notion before. At a time I began to look deeply, then I found out they are not sleeping, they are working. There are all of a sudden you see some certain entity, governmental entity all over the world sanctioning Nigeria. You think it was just by out of kindness they are doing it. There was some diplomatic moves that made them to be reacting like that. After being convinced, because over the years, some certain government, British government, were covering them up. But now they are seeing everything happening to them live and direct. And now they are now convinced, they are now getting convinced. But some of them are not totally. Because some, look at what Wazirike said, that killing, that there's no killing going on, everybody is peaceful, Biafran land is peaceful, they don't kill anybody. Wazirike forgot that 1945, they began to kill us. Till 1967 to 70, millions died, and till today they are still killing. There are those that got killed in Enugu State, there are those that killed in Delta State, there are those that killed in Imo State, the highest in number. And Wazirike came from Imo State, and he said there was no killing there, that everything is peaceful. Then you look at this kind of a man, you say to yourself, does this man deserve to live? That's the question you will ask yourself. Now I am now convinced that some of our people are now beginning to wake up. Those people that are sitting down there, you have businesses. Let me tell you, if you don't have liberation, your business will be wasted. See what is going on in Lagos. All our people's businesses are being destroyed because Farouk Adamu and Kunle said that, and you are seeing it. So it's not a coincidence. It is just a pre-planned deal that they are executing, regardless of what they are seeing. Don't you see what Sahara Report put in their media, saying it was what they saw was 500 people. When you saw millions of people, and there are reserves, 3 groups of reserves that mounted in millions. You say it's 500 people. You want to die foolishly. How can I advise these people? Biafrans, all I can tell you is to put your heart together and support our leader, Mazi. Those of us having money businesses, contact any hierarchy of IPOB and say, what can I do? I have this, I have that. I want to sow for this good, great movement. Let me tell you, for those of you going to churches, throwing your money to pastors and this and that, if you sow to the army of the living God, you will get blessed. It's in the Bible. Let me tell you, when the children of Israel were fighting, Jesse, the father of David, sold the first son to the army, gave the second son to the army, gave Shammah, the last one, to the army, and eventually sent David to deliver food to them. Guess what happened? God bypassed all those military ones that got trained and used the one that did not get trained, David, to destroy Goliath. By so doing, Jesse was exempted from paying taxes, and the nation was given to his family through David. Do you see how God behaves? That God said, if you give, it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, so shall Elohim give to your bosom. So God is a giver, but he's asking you to give, to sow to this great army of God. Those guys there are the armies of the living God. They eat, they drink. They drink water, they drink cold drink, they use toiletries, tissue paper, they have clothes. These are the things that we need. Some of them may have, sometimes they may have a medical issue like headache. They need paracetamol, first aid given to them. They need to have some gadgets given to them. All these things must be done by our movement, not from the pocket, only from the pocket of our leader, but it's a collective effort so that we can do this thing and liberate our land. Whatsoever may be the nature of your business will skyrocket. Your business will be showcased. You will be free to travel anywhere without anybody isolating you or singling you out from the line, calling you a terrorist with Nigerian passport. What do you want? I have painted the future for you. It is up to you. It's up to you to make decision. Which one do you want to go? Do you want to belong to a place where your life is meaningless, where you can be killed at all times, where your businesses will be vandalized, destroyed, where you will not have security, where you will be in your farm, they will come and rape your wives, kill you, they are massacre you, mutilate your body. I painted two pictures for you to see. From this day, choose whom you will serve. Are you going to serve the Most High God through IPOB under Mazi, or are you going to serve Nigeria and get death? Our leader said, if you serve Nigeria, you will come back with disgrace, shame, sometimes death. Mazi Obilo, that's all I have to say for our people. For those of us in diaspora, if you are working, you have money. The primary reason why we are here is to support this project. Don't miss it. If you miss it, you miss all.
Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I cannot thank you enough. I can't thank you enough. But all I can say is, may Chukwu Kikabiama replenish all that have gone out of you this morning, so that when you come next time, you will be fresh and you will give it to us raw like you've been giving it to us. Thank you very much from me. May Chukwu Kikabiama bless you and be your strength.
Bless you too. Shalom from here, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Shalom to you. Alright, Biafran, that is our brother. He has come. He has delivered like he used to. All I will say is, may Chukwu Okikabiama be praised in his life. Alright, Biafran. I will go for a short break. And when I come back, I will open up the line for Biafran to call in. But before I do that, there is a clip that someone sent me that I will want to share with Biafran. So as I go for break, I'm going to allow this clip to play a little. Come back, I will open up our line for Biafran to be able to call in. Please don't go away, stay with me, because I'll be back shortly.
For people who are so highly privileged, feeding fat on the country's wealth to still be sucking dry the blood of those they constitutionally swore to protect, stealing what they can never use in their lifetime, thereby depriving the people of infrastructural development. Abia of blind leadership. When I cried out to stakeholders to rescue Aba sometimes last year, some governance official in Abia State called for my head while calling me unprintable names, despite their refusal to honor my open invitation for a debate. But unfortunately, today, even the state governor, Dr. Victor Okezie-Ikpeazu, is complaining about the decay and the state of the federal roads in the state. While the governor is lamenting the deplorable state of the federal roads in Aba, which is not peculiar to Abia alone, but a reflection of the existing state of our federal road across the country, I dare say to the governor to look inward, as the kettle can be calling the pot black. In the words of my very good friend, Honorable Patrick Obayabo Igudomigodo, I am maniacally bewildered that the Abia State governor would complain about federal road while he's yet to fix the existing state road, even build new ones. Abia State is an oil producing state and so enjoys 30% derivation like other oil producing states like Rivers and co. Yet one cannot access the local government that produces oil via the road. Ukwa West and Ukwa East local government areas are these federal roads, I asked the governor. Amamugo in Aba is arguably the largest and busiest garment making hub in West Africa. There are no road leading to it. Maybe there are federal roads too. Abia State University Teaching Hospital, Udeambala Road, leading to the busiest hospital in the state, is not motorable. You can't take an emergency care patient to that teaching hospital as he or she might end up in a mortuary instead of intensive care unit due to the state of the road. Port Harcourt Road, Ungwa Road, and Umuoma Road presently can't take pedestrian, not to talk of vehicles. Most of the roads at the local government area of the state, like Aba North, Aba South, Osisioma, Ugunabo, and Obingwa local government, have all been taken over by water and frogs. The Umuahia, Bende, Ututu to Ohafia and Arochukwu Road is a nightmare. Osisioma Flyover, Obohia Road, Ohaku Road, and Ezeku Road have won award as the roads that have taken the longest time to build in the history of this country. Despite the fact that this road connects to some of the busiest business hubs in the state, like the Cemetery Market and Aloji Spare Part Market. Even Fox Road, yes, the popular Fox Road Aba that was recently constructed by the current administration has fallen apart just 2 years after commissioning. You wonder, it is the 21 years of psychopathic monarchical democratic leadership, friend to friend and father to son, administrative recklessness and state treasury looting that has thrown Aba into an economic coma which need urgent surgical liberation. As those who should speak out against the malfeasance going on are either eating peanuts from the government or afraid to even speak up. The youth have been head down with poverty and so psychopathic to the extent that anybody in government vehicle is viewed as OEC. Record obtained from some of the government officials in the state reveal that all governors' relations and former governors of the state still travel on the state account. Money spent by the governor on travel in a month is enough to keep 7 parastatals in the state alive. The state head workers are on strike indefinitely due to 17 months unpaid salary. About Abia Poly is on 22 months salaries. ABSUT, the state university teaching hospital, is on 13 months salary and unpaid subvention for close to 3 years. And then sometimes last year, the state governor led a delegation to African Development Bank to seek assistance to enable him carry out some important projects. To wit, 3 projects in each ward within the local government, asphalting of at least a 10-kilometer road in each of the local governments, automation of the Aba shoemaking factory, 27 billion for underground water tunneling and reconstruction of 5 roads in Aba, Abia Microfinance Bank, for which the governor announced a 100 million startup capital, and construction of a litany of road contract. But as we speak, most of, if not all, these projects only exist in remote or audio form, very far from reality. I will therefore advocate that until we break the chain of psychopathic cowardice of stomach infrastructure and break away from the scavengers masquerading as political leadership in Abia State, it may get to a stage where people from Abia will be ashamed to say they are from the state except to get a federal government job or political appointment. The youth should be told that the rain does not fall only in Abia, as the excuses of rain by Okezie-Ikpeazu has become unending. However, his counterpart in Ebonyi, Akwa Ibom and Rivers are using the same time to construct roads and build bridges. Abians should remember that government is a social contract between the people and the leaders, and that demanding accountability, trust and openness from our leaders should be the watchword at all times, instead of collecting peanuts from politicians who will in turn elude what they have given to you. Lastly, the Igbo nation should remember that their republican nature is hanging in the balance if they cannot speak truth to their leaders and governors in power. Nobody will take them seriously if they don't take themselves seriously by standing up to correct the anomaly that is being paraded as governance in Abia State. To speak truth to power is a tax we all must face in order to build a strong and virile country.
All right. I am glad that finally that they are speaking out. These are the things that our leader have been saying for over so many years now. But thank God that we can see and we can hear them now saying it out without no fear. That is exactly what our leader called for. He said, speak the truth at all time. Do not be afraid. Speak the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And now, our leader has opened their eyes. Now they are speaking the truth. They are calling it as it is. What can I say? All I have to say here is, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama be praised.
This is Radio Biafra Middle East. We are on breakfast, and Biafra is rising. The sun is rising, and Biafra is rising. What are you waiting for? This is Radio Biafra Middle East, and we are on early morning breakfast. Do you know why? Biafra is rising.
Alright, Biafrans, our lines are open right now. If you wish to call in, Biafrans, call in and contribute whatever you wish to contribute this morning. And before I go to the line, let me give out our numbers. Our numbers are +972 533 990485. That is our direct line, and we are also on WhatsApp. It is +972 5431. Alright, I'll go through it again. Our WhatsApp lines are +972 5430 19647. That is our WhatsApp line, and we are also on Skype, and our Skype ID is Biafra Rising Radio Biafra. As soon as you call, Biafrans, as soon as you call, I will bring you to Biafrans. As soon as you call, I will bring you to Biafrans. Our lines are open.
Is a praise.
No, is a praise. Give me freedom, give me Biafra. Give me freedom, give me Biafra. We are the people, great nation. We are the people, with love and unity. We are the best all over the world now. We are the champion all over the places. We want no war, only we need freedom. We keep moving, no going back. Let's join our hands together and prove it all. Biafra is the land of promise.
Call on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the program. Please go ahead.
Yo.
Please go ahead.
Sorry?
I say go ahead, please go ahead.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead. We are hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Awo. I'm calling from Calabar.
You're welcome.
Awo. Yes.
Please go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Well, I have been listening to you and amazing. I'd like to greet all Biafrans for the great support and the Mazi Namikano. And I was listening to the last speaker. Spoke a lot of things and books in the book of Exodus.
My brother, please go ahead. Go ahead. I don't know what is wrong with I don't know if it is your line. Can you hear me?
Okay. Pharaoh decided to want the Israelites more. He said that not only refuse by telling his overseers that you shall no more give the people straws to make bricks. As heretofore, let them go and gather straws for themselves. They are still requiring the same daily output of bricks as before. You know, I think it's very obvious that we have prepared every of these cases that we have faced in their land. So most people do not realize that God's plan has actually been there, and once we have the plan was actually sent just like Moses. Many people say that Moses is Moses about it. So we need to get back to the scripture to let people see this. And let people realize that this divine calling is so deep. It's so deep. The spiritual connotation are so vast that many people really don't understand it. So I could see what was going to happen on it. I could see how prepared everything was. I was just like in a vision, realizing that God has prepared the leader and to make sure that everything is needed. If people will call the leaders today do not have what it takes to lead, I think they missed up and they missed it. They missed everything. So all of them are now in frantic mode. So I would like to give a word of advice to most Biafrans that this is the time now for us to learn and follow in terms of a direction that God is leading Mazi Namikano, because we need that leadership. So honest and followership a person will give the full manifestation of God's plan, Biafra.
Thank you
so
very
that
much.
patience and no fighting in our families and no bickerings and all of that, so that mission to get to Biafra will be achieved much quicker.
Thank you very much, my
So
brother.
I commend you. The registration should continue. We need to have forums right now that will begin to teach some people, because the technology that you are using is still very nascent to a lot of people. So people need to have a guide, just like if you say you want to do a Zoom video call, and not many people know how to use Zoom video call. So we can devise and develop some channels to train most of the Biafrans and coordinate a lot of activities that will help us. This is in the open domain, really. The technology is available. So we will have people depending on the FM radio, for instance, alone, and be able to learn how to follow the orders and the command and control. It's going to be a much smoother. So there's just so much that we can talk about, and I appreciate the time and the moment.
Thank you very much, my brother. I'm grateful. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling. All right. Let me go to Skype. Call on the Skype. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my brother. Good morning from here. Mazi, Obilo.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you for what you're doing for your motherland.
Thank you, sir.
And I protect our brother Rapture. They are done the full. Of course, I've been and come my mayor Sayola. We appreciate you. About that's my tumble for you, my man. We appreciate our beloved in the Masinang Carlo, or members of Chubu Pleasure, and wherever he is, and all his listeners in the before. We appreciate all of you and our volunteers, numerous volunteers everywhere, hardcores. Chubu Kabam is your strength. Mazi, there is not too much talking in the evening gospel. What we are here now to do the needful. We must remain more resolute, more dedicated, and more focused now, more than ever before. Because I don't come here to discuss anybody, because I think it's a distraction. This is not time of talking relevant things, making them relevant. It's not necessary now. We are focused to do what we are called to do, because of the bonus of our gathering. I caught something from that what our brother said. I want to add one thing before I make my announcement. Mazi, like I said, this time around, anyway, my name is okay for you from WhatsApp and I hear from Omaka. Omaka is in our local race of Biafra land. Mazi, see, when you look at our volunteers, I thank Chukwuka that people are happy now. Whatever they have given before, they have seen it justified now. With the number they have seen, whatever money, whatever effort we are putting, we have to double it now. And we only make a passionate appeal, collectively, individually. There are things we can afford. There are things we can send as a group. You can send as individuals. If you know you have anything you can send as individual, buy it yourself. You call, we direct you on how to send it or how to receive it, please. We need a lot of things. It's not everything I will come out and say. Like you people say, we need cameras, we need touches, we need walking talk. A lot of things are needed. We need batteries. We need medicines. All of you in Europe, it's very cheap here. You go to supermarket, go to diaspora everywhere, you buy. It's not like Africa. And whatever you buy here is 100% original. Whatever you buy in Europe, in America, in diaspora here, whether Japan, whether Asia, is original. It's not like those medicine they sell in that country. Most of them are fake. China. Please, anything you know you can do it and call. They need bike. Motorbike is very, very important now. Machines. You call me, I will tell you how much they're selling it. You send the money to the appropriate people, but we need a lot of things. Now, this is not time of talking. It's time of minimum manner. Because honorable Afne. And for the Zoom, anyway, I saw one article, one hour someone offline was writing this morning. The man said something of important that if Biafrans could fight for 3 years, develop everything they used to fight upon the whole effort, the whole assistance, the whole Western world gave to Nigeria, Biafra had them for 3 years. In this 21st century, that's what will happen. Of course, all his friends is Biafrans. That is 100% message passed. Mazi, let me make my announcement, please. Our people from Afikpo, your radio is on 102.1. Afikpo and the environment up to some part of Calabar, part of Akwa Ibom, part of Iguacha, you tune it to 102.1. And people in Abakaliki, your radio is on now. It's talking, probably it could be hearing some noise or whatever. Or it's making, because I tried it yesterday, because whichever we announce, I will monitor it from here. I tell somebody, your radio is on, to let me, he put it 102 point, I heard it. Please, anytime we come to make an, we are 100% sure. I had a macro here. This is our area. Your radio is on, and very soon some other places will be coming up now, because we are trying to put more hands to fasting, because there are a lot of work now. We service, we upgrade, we feast, and we modernize. So, and a lot of things going on. Please, you people should bear with us. Everywhere the radio you get to, everywhere, both that already we hear it, all of them will hear it. Only said Lagos, so not everywhere you hear it. We are working. We are not sleeping. Mazi, I have to drop here because let my people come up. I know too many people want to come online. Thank you. I remain okay for it.
Thank you very much, Prophet. Thank you very much. All right. Let me go to the WhatsApp and see who is there. Call on the WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Call on the WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Please turn off your radio, or you move away from your radio. Please turn off your radio, please.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, so
please go ahead.
My name is I'm talking from Benue State.
You're welcome. Abayole.
My name is Emma Okoye.
Oh, okay.
I'm greeting you people for what you are doing. I say that God Almighty will bless you people
and bless you
with you. Especially our spiritual leader, Nnamdi Kanu, that this God will be with him. He will fight all his battle and give him victory in Jesus' name.
You said you're calling from Benue and I asked you Abayole. You didn't respond. I said Abayole.
Huh?
Abayole. Can you hear me? It seems that he has dropped. All right, Biafrans. Our lines are still open. Call in as soon as you call. I will bring you to Biafrans. Our lines are still open.
Hello, good morning, Mazi.
Good morning to you, my sister. You're welcome. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Chiwenda. I'm calling from United Kingdom.
You're welcome.
Okay, my contribution is based on Mr. Wazike's speech concerning the security outfit. So what I want to talk is that Wazike that is complaining that the Southeast is not doesn't need to have a security outfit. If Southeast doesn't need security outfit, I'm asking Wazike, why is he going out with escort? Why is Nyawodo going out with escort?
Don't mind them.
If he thinks that Southeast doesn't need outfit, I know what prompted him to come and make that speech. I know Yorima Shetima would have written to him.
The one inside him is killing him.
And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is setting up security out here. What did you do? So I think they have shaken him. That's why he came out to make that public.
Oh yes, of course.
But now our people have known that Wazike is against our people. He doesn't like our people.
Oh yes.
Okay, he said that if 2 or 3 people are raped, he doesn't mean that every day Southeast are being raped. America sends their convoy to northeast Nigeria to come and save only one of their citizens. Only one citizen. America is made up of 52 states, but because of one person, they sent their convoy to come and rescue the person. And Wazike has the temerity to come and tell us that if 2 or 3 people are being raped, that it doesn't mean that all the girls are being raped, because one of our daughters has not been raped. For my own contribution, Wazike does not deserve to live, and that, to be honest, when we start dealing with all these idiots that are among us, causing us trouble, because as in these are our main problem. These are the so-called elders. They are the main problem. So for my own contribution, I think we start with them before we start looking at outside. Thank you, Mazi, for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Thank you very much, my sister.
God bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you for your good work you are doing. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you to you. Thank you to you too. Thank you very, very much. All right. I see her call on the WhatsApp. Call on the WhatsApp. Please, can you turn off your radio, please?
Yes, I have turned off my radio.
Please go ahead. Go ahead. Welcome to the program, please.
Yeah, my brother, you were, I'm just. He did here. You are saying, oh, your bed, oh, Bobby, Adam.
Ibe malada ma yo ba ejenja lo. Ege ma na yo ko we choko gba ko
ise
choko gba Daudu Aoje ko we choko gba
ise
my brother let me go back to English.
All right.
If we can remember during Obasanjo regime, Wazirike were in a prison yard in Ketu. His mother died. He were crying. They gave him amnesty to come and bury his mother. Our people forget that Wazirike signed an agreement that he will never talk anything about Biafra and be serious. They drove Wazirike with federal government vehicle to bring federal government vehicle. Wazirike collected amnesty secretly and nobody that know. And Wazirike accept that he will not talk anything seriously about Biafra again. I want our people to understand, to tell me what is a stakeholder in Nigeria. Nelson Mandela is not a stakeholder in South Africa. You say he's a stakeholder in Nigeria. How can a stakeholder be a freedom fighter? Because I want this morning to take the meaning of that stakeholder. Stakeholder is a partner, is a friend, is a joint businessman with that so-called country. So a stakeholder cannot fight against the country that is a stakeholder on. So our people should hear that one and know that he never stand for us for every time. He never stand for us because he is a stakeholder and the Igbo people don't know that he's a stakeholder. And two again, to say, Nelson Mandela died, we are begging that he wants a Biafra culture to come and play ball in South Africa for him to see. The day, when Super Eagle were Super Eagle, if Super Eagle are playing match, everywhere goes stand still in the whole world. That day, our leader were online. Everywhere goes stand still. Even the cats, even the goats, everywhere we stand still till our leader finish in broadcast. Why can't you fear such a man? Why can't you fear such a man? Everywhere, I came out in my house to watch the atmosphere. Everywhere we stand still, even here and abroad. No place that are moving. What is going on? That moment that our leader is making that broadcast, everywhere we stand still. Like in those days when Super Eagle were Super Eagle. Thank you. That is what I want to say.
Thank you very
God
much.
bless you.
Thank you very much. For those that are not understanding what he is saying, that is one of the language in Biafra land. As a matter of fact, it is Benue State. Alright, I will go to WhatsApp and see who is on the WhatsApp. Call on the WhatsApp, Pastor Jack, can you hear me? Pastor Jack, can you hear me? Thank you very much. Thank you for holding. Please go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, friends. My name is Pastor Jack. I am from the communication this morning.
You're welcome.
First of all, I just want to add my voice. Number one, it was written we not have the mandate of our people to. Was written is only speaking for his pocket. And as our leader said about was UK, and that battle was written like I said earlier, the Fulani people, everybody is afraid. Now they will do trying to use the influence among us that we have allowed for a very long time to grow further and come back and flog us with that way. And it's high time we need them in the box. Yes, we have to do that because this is the critical time. All people have too much because I may allow not only may I this why they see they can do or they can say whatever to do. After what we talk about, it was very hard.
a mandate of his family, his own family, let alone after the whole of the other people. The government was used to Now, having said that, all of us are united in this together.
Oh yes.
The security has come, so it has come to stay.
Of course.
And another thing I want to say, you see, ever since security and now, all of us understand that there are things they needed. But there's one thing I want to tell our people. If you want to support this security, open my leadership, announce any channel of communication or support. Follow through that channel. I wouldn't want this assistance of a thing to be bastardized by individuals. If leadership have announced a channel of support, follow through that channel of support. And let's have our distance. Let's have our support organized. I don't know, no, you shouldn't be that way. And I think anything actually you have the support. I prepare you already can go with. I don't see your head. How they use Google is usable and you don't know what they use. I think you know what they know what they need there. The only thing I need now, not the resources in channel or they want to figure out how to take a seat there. And I don't know when you tell internet to do that project. I'm going to give them a figure. If we can say the leadership, how they make me a baby number. I'm a paper, I'm not taking it there. They were there, I think about, make me a people know guy. I'm a little opinion. I just think about it. I got to tell you, and I'm you, a Jew will not see up now. I'm the man in you. I don't know about to talk where each you like me. We reach out leadership over time, so what to do it. And I'm a papa. I never say, take a G. I have to think over now. One day, in the media, and I give you better. Actually, no one can ask about that. In the custom, I put you down. I am an I have to do that when I know. I have to do that with other. Which is for financial support resources. As only 2 years the leadership, as a matter of urgency and important, the people in charge channel that resources to the area of the trigger. I'm not going to story or guide the area of the trigger. So, I'm not people that challenge and what the plan line be released like that about that education lady that was flying, they are supposed to get on it. Or in many cases, one of the experts need to attention that will be that. But I'm not here to say our people. I will lay a top of the line in the share people. I am not going to be held up. Whosoever you know, industries one open, it's industry to the industry to everywhere. So ever like industries, we move against industries. Like them today, they want to be actually let's not say because you are my enemy, it's happening to you today. Let's put our eyes off because tomorrow. Only not just we only chapter okay, I do go also. So that is how it is. So by the time we see it, we have to read it in the book on time before we allow it to escalate. Mazi, that's my little contribution this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. May be with you. Alright, I will go to Skype. I have somebody waiting on the Skype. Mazi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning, Mazi.
Thank you very much for holding. Welcome to the program. Please go ahead.
Thank you for having me. My name is Mazi Rapture. I came from Umwaka in Olo province, Biafra land. But I served the indigenous people of Biafra here in Russia as the national coordinator. Biafrans and the lovers of freedom across the globe, greeting from Moscow. Indeed, I always thank Okadama for this wonderful platform that was not available to us as Biafrans by our great leader Mazi Mandekano. The man that make it happen, the man that give us voice when we have no voice. The man that started speaking to us when no one cared, when no one speaks for us. And now every week I have seen that it's no more the affair of Ipob as some people claim. Now the entire humanity that are being held captive, inside that contraption called Nigeria. Now becoming is to make sure that everybody, Hausa, Fulani, Hausa or Fulani, that is Igbo, Yoruba, that everybody will be free, as we live as a free man in his own fatherland. Actually, with what happened on the 12th of December 2020, that day can never be forgotten in the history of mankind. That day, that 12th of December, have been immortalized forever and ever in the history of Biafra. It was such a thing had never happened. The only person that even our little when he declared Biafra, the event wasn't on this magnitude that the whole world was in attention. Even we want to even talk now as all the global intelligence offices, M15, FSB, KGB, that is all the secret agents that it can call off, and all humanities were listening to the great brokers of our leader Mazi and the country. And yet, after these idiots will still open their mouth to talk ill of him. Our people used to say that that is I'm referring to the person of Wadrike Sopro Wadrike. I listened to his ugly useless talk. Just to satisfy his master that his hand is not in what we do. Actually, what baffled me is when he's making a statement saying that it is shameful that young youths will come to just want to die just like that, and this thing that is unconstitutional. But this idiot is talking of constitution, say that he's a lawyer. I don't know where he made his own law. Is it in his father's kitchen or in Ore? I don't know where he did his own law. He said that he's a lawyer. But other people that have their security outfit, they have the backing of law. Mighty Allah, which law back them. The Hezbollah militia in the north, which law is backing them? Which law is backing them that they will drop people in the Sharia law, cut their hands, cut their feet, cut even some of the people, they will cut their tongue. Which law back them? Useless idiots. So this to show how the desperate and how stupid the so-called elite, he's calling say that he's a stakeholder because he had been given his own share, and now he is dancing to the tune of Fulani. Not knowing full well that at last, they will still cut off his head because he's not the first. So I say some message to all so-called politicians in the all Eastern region, all of you that call yourself politician, from Senate to governors to the shoe cleaner in the government house, in any place in our tribe. The message is that any of you that open his mouth trying to push this particular security network that has been set up by Alina, the person is doing to in the detriment not only detriment of his own person, but to his entire generation. Because this Biafrans you see today, we are not laughing, we are not smiling, and in our book, in our database, there is nothing like forgiveness, and we don't forgive and we don't forget. So all of you, starting from Wiki to the list governor, to the Supreme Court governor in Imo State, all of you, anything you guys are doing, even now, even in Asaba, in Owerri, you guys are busy installing area in Biafra land, which is a sacrilege. Allah Biafra, Allah Gozagosi, a holy land, and you guys are defining it because of money, because of the children they give to you, and then we are installing area in our own land. So you guys, that is, you can run, but you cannot escape. You cannot escape the net of IPOB. Any place you guys will run to when the time comes, we will hunt you like rabbits, and we catch at you and then you teach you the lesson of your life, knowing that Biafra land can never be played with. The Biafra land had been contaminated a lot, and the time to stop all those mess is now. And these young generations that you saw marching on the 12th of this month, they are the people that are going to put a stop to it. Whether you like it or not, we don't need any approval of the Sioux government. We don't need any approval of all the useless governors in our land. We don't need the approval, because we are the owner of the land. We are the people decide. We set a pace and we follow. So you're not you giving us the condition, calling yourself a stakeholder and daughter. We make you a stakeholder. When you can't speak for people, you will after your belly, after your family, you and your family, your political ambition. That's the only thing you know. You can beat hotel, you can beat estate, and then that is, you are okay. Then nothing is happening. Fulani can kill our people, can rape our mother, and they do whatever they want. If they know it doesn't concern, you will say that it is the whole country, every all part of Nigeria is suffering the same thing, because you doesn't want to fail your paymasters. But we have record of all of you, and when the time comes, you people will see our red eye, and then the nobody will save you from the wrath of Biafras and IPOB. Now, I want to stop so far. I want to also thank all IPOB members here in Russia. Many people are still sleeping. Many people are still feeling that they can play big guns. They can play away. So this is the time to call all of us. Any place you are here in Russia, any region you are, try to contact your people and then be a partake in what that is in this great restoration of the kingdom of God here at the Biafra. So you can call this number +7 960 733 2223 +7 960 733 2223. May God bless you, all of us, as we listen and as we do the needful at this critical time. Thank you, Mazi, for having me.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very, very much. All right. Our time has come, and our time is fast going, and I will be bringing this show to an end. In no time, I will be bringing this show and at end. But before I do that, let me go for a short break. As soon as I come back, I will start to wrap things up. Stay with me, please. I'll be back shortly.
Every tribal to united nation, but you forgot the word to see us unite to fight for freedom, right and guns on people. Let us fight the right time with the man, the one and break a trap. The good Nigeria that for one time freedom was spilling the blood of innocent Biafra. So mercy and we can forgive. Every time comes up from there,
welcome to the program. Thank you very much for calling continuously. I know you've been calling for a
chapter 23. Verse 9 and verse 10. Very, very focused. Every Biafra is all over the world. Verse 9 and verse 10. And in your understand, which you continue to say, only God in heaven, just one God. And that leader is not the Messiah. Let every Biafra separate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi. What do you see? The whole world has done just to take the land of Biafra, the ancient land of our ancestors. Forget about all the stories they are telling us. They has made everywhere. They has already established that security network that will defend our land. And we know also
is in America, just to remain open there. Instead of the want Biafra to go, America will be shut down. Come and get away. All of us are okay. I will tell that you are not right down. China will be shut down. Our country. I think the result I mean, I will tell this is your best opportunity to tell your own portion of life. It's God that has to give you. Whenever this is your own opportunity, this is now and the past. Because if this is land of life, what is you want now? I'll get away. What is you want now? Will be taken away. I'm going to the Bible just like offer for the I want to put your advice to prepare to put it. Don't forget that I said, God of Christ, I'm a reverend father. I'm a if you want to worship God, we worship God. That is where the business of our leader. Tell them not to come in town. Biafra is our religion. We are in Lagos Biafra. It's young worship. As the people to talk Biafra is our God. And we worship him. This is the greatest way of our ancestors to support him. That's the thing that we are. Only going around the same world together. And then you are the living the support in the IPA. Ọmọ ọmọ ilé ọmọ alága ọmọ ìlú náà ti jẹ ha káàmù ọmọ ilé ìgbà fún ìjọba twenty twenty ṣe ọmọ ọmọ ìlú màláì ọjọ́ tí wọ́n ti kọ́ àmì ẹ̀gbọ́n ọmọ ìjọba 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 twenty twenty ṣe àwọn ilé gọ́ọ̀nà àwọn ilé èkè àwọn ilé nígbà tí a ṣe máa fẹ́ fúra jù bá a fúra ìjọba ìjọba fún mi wọ́n fẹ́ nàdá àtà ọ̀lẹ́ wọ́n wọ́n lẹ́yìn àtà wọn àti ìjọba ayé ebi ní ẹgbẹ́ ìwé ìwé àwọn èdè púpọ̀ ìdè ìrẹ́ni dára pẹ́ẹ́sẹ́ wọ́n lè ní ìgbẹ́ ìjọba 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 I think the people that work to talk about any nation that we block Biafra. We never said to the nation that our leader has got to save the people. Because the leader around us, we will not let the leader. I'm not going to Biafra get out there. You don't think we will do it. I think we will go over the people. How do you get out of that? How do you get out of that? I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to ọtụtụ nke otu ijere ọnụkọta ndị onye ahụ ndị ekwukọta onye emeji n'ụlọ ihe ala nke ọtụtụ gosi ọkwa ndị ọ ga-alaghachi ọnwa ụfọdụ egwu kọta ya bụ isi mkpọta akwụkwọ ebe obodo ya ka apụta adada ara maazị ike na chukwu iko ofe eziokwu nkwado eziokwu na nsọgbụ tega na-ebute asị ọkụ onye ọbụla tupu ebute ebe emegere na-asị akwụkwọ ka ndị asị ga-ekwu onye tupu ọpụtara gị adị mgbe niile akwụkwọ m ndị abụ ibe
Thank you. All right, Biafra. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much.
Come on. Yo, soldiers, where you are now? Where you are now? Where you are now? Yo, soldiers, where you are now? Where you are now? Yo, who's trying to hit a big home? Some people want love, we are Biafra. In 1914, Nigeria was created for the interest of the British government, and they had a better look. How did Biafra see Nigeria keep on stealing our resources? That was wrong. British government that was government evil. Only God can be the nation. That's why we've come to be a nation of peaceful people. We are gathering our troops from across the world to unite our nations. Biafra coming like a visible for visible from what the sea. As we unite to fight for freedom right now, cause people as we have got the wrong time. We used to honest, the one and pushing crack. Then the British to the code Nigeria. That's for one time freedom. Fulfilling the blood of innocent Biafras with no mercy, and we can forgive. When time comes off for payback, we can forget all you've done to us. Come on. Biafra soldiers, where you are now? Where you are now? You can help us. Where you are now? Biafra soldiers, where you are now? Where you are now? You can help us. This is one love, my people. Needs on this trouble evil. Okay, we are one people.
Nnamdi Kanu, unite us together. Through Ipob, unite us together. Let us pray to God, because He's our God. All you Biafra, you Biafra, Biafra, keep up pushing on, keep on mentioning on, for the restoration of Biafra is at hand. Nnamdi Kanu, God bless you. All the coordinators all over the whole world, God bless you. We are one people. We are not Nigeria. Nigeria is a hell on earth. All the greatest mistake the British government has ever made. Corruption, Nigeria. Nigeria is a super. Come on, you people. Don't let them deceive anymore. Don't listen to what they say to you. We are one people. IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra. Yeah, it's going on. Press hold this now. Put this in the air. Press hold this now. Just put your hands up. Tell me what my soul this now. Where my soldiers are? Where my soldiers? My soldiers are. I true Biafra soldiers. Yes. Yo, this is a song written from me to you, all you Biafra soldiers out there around the world. One for all for one. Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, my tongue. Straight from the back home, as one people who love your Biafrans. The shine bright is pushing the land.
I want to thank you, Biafrans all over the world. I want to also thank our guests. I want to thank all Biafran that have come in to contribute for your advice and everything. I want to thank each and every one of us. I also want to thank our listeners, because without you the show will not be what it is. You all make the show what it is. So I want to say, from me, it is a very, very big thank you from me to each and every one of us. Again and again, the show will not be what it is without you. And also, I want to appeal to those that are trying to call in that are not able to come through. And I promise, some other time I will do better. But in all, I want to say from me to each and every one of us, it is a very, very big thank you from me to each and every one of you. You guys made this program what it is. And I cannot thank all of us enough.